Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Pattern Analysis. So today we will try to analyze Nifty on various time frames. Here I am on a website investing.com and this is a weekly chart of Nifty. So if you see, Nifty is in uptrend and we are making higher highs, so we need to be a bit cautious over here. So let's try to draw pattern on Nifty and see what we can get. The very first thing which I follow is whenever I see any chart, I try to draw a trend line on higher highs, higher lows, or lower highs, lower lows, and try to figure out if I get any kind of pattern. So here also I'll do the same thing. I'm on a weekly chart of Nifty, so I'll draw a trend line on higher highs. So I'll consider this as my high, and I'll join this high, and I'll extend this further. So for me, this is my trend line after marking higher highs. On the other side, we can do the same for higher lows. So I'm going to draw it like this. So this is my another trend line. So for me, this is a channel in which Nifty is moving. So now going forward, if you see Nifty is about to touch this trend line. So in case if you are long in Nifty, you can take your profits over here because there are high chances that Nifty can fall from these levels over here. So you can draw this trend line and you can keep a track of Nifty. Whenever it touch this level, you can take exit from long positions, and also if you want, you can take short positions because there are high chances that it can react from this level and it can move further down. So this was the first analysis on Nifty. On the other side, if you need to check what can be the other scenario on Nifty, so I'll be joining. Okay, the other side is now since this is a weekly chart of Nifty, if you see, this was the first resistance on Nifty from which Nifty has reversed back, and then again it tried to break this level, and again Nifty fell from this level. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a horizontal line over here like this. I'm not considering this because whenever if you are following any positional call, the stop loss is always based on closing basis. So here if you see, the closing was below this trend line or this horizontal line. So for me this is still valid, this is still a valid pattern, and this is like my horizontal line. So this also gives me a clue that this can be a cup, this can be a cup, and this can be a handle pattern. So in my earlier videos I had already explained how cup and handle pattern look like. So let's try to see if we can draw a cup. So I'm considering this as my cup and I'm considering this as my handle. So if you want to check what can be the target for cup and handle pattern, you can revisit my earlier videos. Again here also I will try to draw this is the depth of this cup, and if you want the target, then what you can do is you can copy this arrow and can paste it over here. So the difference of this depth, you can consider it from here on the upside would be the target for Nifty, but that is on a very long term time frame since this is a weekly chart of Nifty. But you have already got a confirmation that we have formed a cup and handle pattern and Nifty is already above it. So going forward, whenever Nifty falls back to this horizontal line, it will consider this as a very strong support and it will retrace back from these levels. So on the longer time frame, we have got a good support at 9,000 levels, and we can again then go long on Nifty. So this was like a cup and handle pattern, and this was I mean the channel where Nifty is moving. We also have another possibility. Let's say I'm removing this cup panhandle. We will try to check if we get any kind of other pattern. So I'm going to remove this. Also, it forms a kind of symmetrical triangle breakout. So here also, if you see, okay, let's go to hourly chart first. Okay, this is also one thing which I have plotted on Nifty, and that is the trend line. If I join this higher, this lower highs of on Nifty on a hourly chart, then I get a kind of a pole and flag pattern on Nifty. So if you see, Nifty is following this trend line. So these are like the bars, and Nifty is following this trend line. And you can consider this as your pole from here to here. You can consider this as your pole, and this is the flag on which Nifty is moving. So let's say in case if Nifty falls back over here, it can retrace back and it can try to break this high, and then the target which we can expect from here is I'll join this from here, from here to here. And this would be the difference of the pole. So you can expect like 9350 to 9700. So 400 okay, so you can expect 350 points of rally from here. So now let's say expect that Nifty is going above this level, so it is like 9634, somewhere around 9650 plus 350 is 10,000. So the target as per this pole and flag pattern comes to around 10,000. Also on the other side, I had shared one other video on Nifty wherein it was giving me a target of 10,000, which is coinciding with this pole and flag pattern. So it gives you another confirmation that Nifty is still in an uptrend, and we are still good to go long in Nifty. So let's try to analyze Nifty. So I'm going to remove this, and I will try to draw the pattern. This is the trend line from here. I'm going to draw something like this, and the other trend line is this one, like this. So this is also the channel which I'm expecting that Nifty is following this channel, and you can join in these things. And I'm expecting it to go somewhere around here, 10. It is just an expectation that Nifty can go till here. On the other side, if you check, if I draw my horizontal line over here, so in case if Nifty falls back to from here, it can retrace back to this level. So this level comes to around 9,000, which can be a support. If I consider this as my cup and handle pattern, this can act as a very strong support. And even if Nifty falls till here like this, then you can expect another move on Nifty from here to the upside. Let's try to see. I'm not able to draw it further, but it comes to around 11,000. If I try to extend this, it comes to around 11,000. So we can revisit this chart going forward, but as of now we are considering a possibility that Nifty can touch 10,000 and it can again retrace back from here till here. If I join this trend line from here to this line over here, so now I am joining this higher highs, which is coinciding with this trend line. So this is the level on which I expect Nifty to touch and retrace back to 9,000 levels, following a cup and handle pattern, and the target over here is 10,000. As per pole and flag pattern on RD chart also, I am getting the same levels as 10,000. So friends, let's expect Nifty to touch 10,000 first, and then we can expect profit booking or correction, and it can fall back to 9,000 levels, and then it can take support and again rally towards 11,000. So friends, this was analysis on Nifty on various time frames. So yes, that's it from my side. Thank you for watching this video. Happy trading. Thank you.